it's me Blanche and welcome to Feast in the Middle East. For those of you that are new, this is where I make Middle Eastern, Mediterranean food healthy, easy, and with a modern twist. And today I'm just gonna kind of take you on board with me to do my weekly meal prep. My weekly meal prep usually takes place on Sundays, where I prep at least the first couple of days of the week. That way I don't have to worry about it when I start work on Monday. And this week it's all about a Mediterranean, Middle Eastern chicken parmigiana. It's got a couple of surprise twists, which I will show you in a moment, with some roasted vegetables. I love sheet pan roasted vegetables, and it's always changing depending on what's in season and what looks fresh in the market. This week, I'm just keeping it simple. I went to Costco, and I love these bags of pre-cut up vegetables. I've got broccoli and cauliflower, and they're organic and pre-cut, and so it saves me time in the kitchen. I also have sunchokes, otherwise known as Jerusalem artichokes. After I got my gut health tested, which I will put a link here in this video so you know about the results of my gut health, it encouraged me to eat a lot more of these. Now, Jerusalem artichokes are great because they are far more interesting than potatoes. Their flavor profile is similar to an artichoke and a potato combined. If you eat them raw, they kind of taste like water chestnuts. They are super rich in iron, potassium, and fiber. They're also lower in starch and carbohydrate than traditional potatoes, so besides the extra flavor and the lower starch, I figure this is a great one to add to my weekly meal planning. I also picked up some honeynut squashes. These are similar to butternut squash, but like their name, honeynut. They're smaller and they have a slight taste of honey, so I don't even really need to add sugar during the roasting process. So basically, this is kind of a low carb meal prep between the lower starch veggies and the chicken parm. But for my family, they like to add some extra, so I might boil some pasta for them or add some quinoa or couscous. This is one of my easiest, simplest, and healthiest meal preps, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So with that, let's get cooking. First, get a pound of chicken breasts and pound them with a mallet until they're about 1/2 inch thick. This ensures stress relief, faster cooking time, and a crispier coating. After seasoning with salt and pepper, which I forgot to record here, dredge each side with flour. Whisk about 2 eggs in a bowl and dip the chicken in the egg. Now for the final coating, add 1/3 cup of almond flour, 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese, and 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm really sorry they're all the same color of beige, but trust me, they all add their own flavor. Finally, a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then stir it all up and dip each chicken breast in the breading mixture. For the final touch, sprinkle with za'atar. If you're a big fan of za'atar, you can literally add a couple of tablespoons of it to the breading if you wish. Then, heat a skillet with olive or avocado oil and make sure you throw your corn or canola oil in the trash because that toxic stuff is not edible. Add the chicken and heat on both sides until golden brown and cooked within, which will take about 5 to 6 minutes. Now, instead of marinara sauce, I'm gonna add a package of cherry tomatoes because they're extra sweet. Cut each one in half, and then in a skillet, saute about 4 cloves of garlic and a tablespoon of olive oil. Add the tomatoes along with some salt and cook until it's like a tomato jam consistency. To serve, add the tomatoes to the chicken and then top with crumbled feta or goat cheese, which is another Mediterranean touch. Broil for a couple of minutes and then it's ready to serve. I like to garnish it with a bit more za'atar on top because you could never have too much za'atar. Now it's time for the sheet pan veggies. I divided the veggies into 2 batches. First, I peeled the honeynut squash along with the Jerusalem artichoke. I just cubed both of them to cook together because these veggies are starchier. After drizzling with olive oil, I seasoned both with salt and pepper. However, to the Jerusalem artichoke, I did add some za'atar to add a little bit of zip. Now, for the cauliflower and broccoli, I did pretty much the same thing. I added another drizzle of olive oil, followed by salt and pepper, along with some garlic powder and some Arabic baharat spice, which is like a 5-spice powder you could find in most Middle Eastern markets. You could also order it online.
I have the oven preheated to 400 degrees, and then I bake them separately for about 25 minutes each. When the cauliflower and the broccoli are right out of the oven, I like to dust them with some Parmesan cheese so they stick right on and you get some in every bite. Variety is the spice of life. There's something for everyone.
This is truly one of my favorites on a work night. If you love za'atar, I would even double up on the za'atar and put it both in the batter and sprinkle it on top as well. The reason why I prefer this over regular chicken parmesan is because it doesn't require as much cheese. I usually use goat or feta cheese, which has a lot more flavor for a lot less cheese. I also don't like my chicken parmesan soaked in a ton of marinara sauce because it makes the breading really soggy. If you want more Mediterranean meal prep type videos, let me know in the comments below. Hit like and I'll see you soon.